We need to talk about how you're doing at school.
I'm very concerned about your child's development.
He's very quiet and disengaged.
Not very academic. Constantly daydreaming. Struggles to follow instructions.
No, don't pick him. We'll lose.
You need to hurry up. I want this finished by the end of the lesson.
We're here to learn, not to play.
He's not meeting our expectations.
I think I want to go to uni when I leave school.
We're not going to uni. We're dumb. That's why we're in the lower band. Duh.
You want to go to uni? And the geeks go to uni?
Could you put that book away and help your mum? Now.
He's constantly late and he's unable to structure his time accordingly.
Maybe you should look into getting a job. Start becoming more independent.
You're so dumb.
This film captures the intensity, the pace of the intensity for students in wanting to perform well, to be recognised, to not be misrecognised. A lot of students do have the memory deeply embedded, even if it's subconscious, embedded in their experiences of education from being very, very young. So as teachers, we're very powerful in being able to recognise students for being learners that are really important in our classrooms and for having the capability, for knowing that they're capable. And it's really important to think about how students are placed in that very intense learning environment, face-to-face teaching, but also within their own study time as well, the pressures that they're feeling and the stresses. And how at the end of that film it's really powerful when we hear all of this emotional intensity, how the student then gives up, scratches everything out, rubs it all out, and walks away. It's just too much for them.
Processes of misrecognition. Oftentimes students come into a lecture and they may be late, they may be disorganised, and it's very easy to judge and to get an impression in your mind of what a student's opinion is of the course and the class without really knowing the background to the story.
This film really helps us to understand the cumulative effects of the different discourses that are used across our life experiences of education and how that can impact on our sense of self, on the ways in which we construct our identity, but also in the ways that others construct us and what we then think we're capable of, how we imagine our potential to be, how we imagine our futures, and how other people who might have important decision-making roles in our lives also make sense of what they think we can be, what kinds of potential we might have, and that can be incredibly limiting. The other really important thing about the film is its focus on the question of recognition and misrecognition, which is a helpful way of thinking about the relational process in which we form a sense of a person's value, of their worth, of their capability, and how that might be connected to histories of derogatory or pathologizing discourses of who we think communities or groups of people might be capable of being. And that can also be really important in terms of the value judgments we bring, sometimes unwittingly, that shape a sense of future direction, a sense of subjectivity or selfhood, personhood, and how people value themselves and understand themselves in a particular context, such as higher education. But also what the film really shows is the ways that everyday encounters, everyday interactions form our sense of self and form our sense of capability.